Okay, so I always have thought that Rela S3 will always have a 100% pan because I believe either bosses or arena folks I was fighting on have a high defense. But turn out I was wrong. Rela S3 penetration started from or has a base of 40% penetration. Then it increases by 10% per 300 death the enemy has. Now, before we start, let us say rest in peace to my arena win rate for testing this stuff up. Just kidding. Arena win rate doesn't matter to me. What matters is that this test result. The goal here is for us to know what is the minimum stats we need for our Rela to kill F.Nio without the attack buff, and what stats does F.Nio need to survive a no attack buff Rela, as well as best team composition I could think of for F.Nio soon. So, on this first test, I'm going using this pen and speed build on her. We got a pretty fast Rella with 5.1k attack. If you are asking why I'm using pen on her, pen here is necessary for Rella to secure an extra 18% penetration, just in case the enemy has a weird number of defense. Weird number here is, remember per 300 defense, Rella increases her S3 pen by 10%. So say if the enemy has a 1.4k defense, we only get 40% of the extra penetration increase as we are 100 flat defense away from the 300 defense requirement. This is what I meant by the enemy has a weird number of defense. But with that being said, now you know on how to trick Rella S3. The lower the enemy defense, the lower Rela S3 pen scaling. But at the same time, you need to make sure that your F.Nio to have either 1.3k def or 1.4k def to survive serious or stylet or yeah, etc. So I'd say 1.4k def would be the safest. Rest you can push your F.Nio stats on HP or attack. Which brings us back to this test. How much damage can this Rela deal? By securing the 18% pan with the pan set, this Rela likely has a 98% I think pan on her S3. That is assuming that this enemy has a 1.4k def. But we also need this Cavealis Cat Orb Ball to counter a high HP F.Nio. Anyways, let's see how much damage this no attack buff Rela S3 can deal. I got quite lucky here as my Phantom didn't get a stun. If I get a stun, then yeah, probably this battle is over. Now this is the moment of truth. The enemy here has 17k HP which Phantom stripped by a bit. So yeah, let's see how much damage can we deal to this F.Nio. That is really close. I think without Phantom stripping the HP by a bit, Rella really can't. Oh my god. So the conclusion here is that you need more than 5.1k attack on Rella to like kill an F.Nio. That is with pen set and high crit damage. You can lower the speed and just like pumping the attack more. But yeah, if possible, don't go below like 200 speed because that will be too low. And as for F.Nio, remember you just need a 1.4k defense as well as 20k HP if possible with around 4.5k attack is. Remember because Rella S3 has a really low multiplayer, so without attack buff, she's really suffering.
指揮官を守るため